Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Kassandra and today I'm continuing my zodiac series, focusing now on a class around the sign of Leo. So Leo, our fifth sign of the zodiac, it is a fixed fire sign. And when we think about the sign of Leo, we're really thinking about the power of the sun, the power of our solar plexus, manipura chakra. And when we think about the sun, we're thinking about magnetic joy and warmth. Leo is really about playfulness. It is the archetype of the wild one, and it has to do with self-expression and really allowing yourself to be seen and allowing yourself to be celebrated for all of the gifts and the magic that you bring into the world. Leo is playful, it is creative, it is unapologetic about its strengths, and it can also be a really great leader. And it's really the sign that taps into ambition and determination. So this is really meant to be a flow that's going to tap into that solar plexus, our core center. So a little bit of core work, some twists, just to really activate this space. So I want you to think of Leo as being unapologetically you and really celebrating yourself and celebrating your magic, celebrating your gifts, and embracing this wild one archetype. Of course, each sign has a bit of a shadow side. So when it comes to the shadow aspects of Leo, it can be an overinflated sense of self, maybe an over-attachment to the ego, drifting into pride as well as jealousy. So whenever we're working with the energies of these signs, we're trying to find some kind of balance. So really believing in ourselves and allowing ourselves to be the center of attention, calling attention to ourselves, without letting it get all the way up into our head and making us maybe a little bit more narrow-minded and a little bit too prideful. So our affirmations for Leo is, I am passionate, I celebrate myself, I shine my light. So I am passionate, I celebrate myself, I shine my light. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and actually start sitting kind of like what I'm doing here. You can do this cross-legged, you can be kneeling if that's what you prefer. Just be sure that you can lengthen the crown of your head up, roll your shoulders down. And we're gonna integrate some twists with our breath. So as you inhale, you're gonna circle your palms, reach the arms up, palms come together. And as you exhale, twist open to the right. So left hand forward, right hand back, and we'll alternate here. So inhale all the way up through to center through your nose, and exhale, twist open to the left this time. Really feel this from your core center. Inhale and exhale. I am passionate. I celebrate myself. I shine my light. One more on each side. Last one, so inhale, come all the way up through to center, interlace your hands and just flip the palms so they're reaching up, and just stretch everything out here, really lifting up tall. And we'll release. I'll turn to the side. You can bring your feet flat to the floor and your knees bent about hip width distance apart here. And we're going to start that core activation. So you're going to exhale, kind of rolling down about halfway. And then inhale, lift back up and open your arms wide. So as you breathe out, contract and lower slightly. Inhale, lift up tall. 3 more. Draw your lower belly in. Last one. And now straighten your legs. We're going to lower slowly, inch by inch. So really round and contract here. You can start reaching your arms forward. Oh, lower back comes in contact with the floor. Mid back, upper back, and your head. Stretch your arms up overhead, lengthen everything out, and just pull your right knee in towards your belly. Keep your left leg straight, push down into your left heel. And get a nice thigh stretch here through the left side. Relax your shoulders, maybe close your eyes. So how can you connect to this fire sign of Leo, this wild one? this sign of playful, creative self-expression. Leo is often also called the king or queen of the zodiac. It's this big, proud lion who roars loudly, who allows him or herself to be the center of attention, who knows that they have magic to share with the world. So how can you connect to this a little more? Now you're just going to curl head and shoulders off the floor, start to engage your lower belly here, and see if you can point through your left toes and just hover them off the mat a couple inches. So my head and my toes are about at the same height. If you'd like to intensify and add on, you're going to reach your arms forward. Try to pull your lower belly down instead of pushing your stomach out, and keep trying to squeeze that right thigh in towards you. One more big breath here. Draw your left knee into your belly. Straighten your right leg out, grab a hold of your left leg and lower down. So recline knee to chest on the second side. Relaxing fully here. Push out into your right heel, stretch through the front of your right thigh as you draw that left knee in closer. Connecting with your own magnetic joy, your passion and your determination. And let's curl head and shoulders up. Same thing here. Draw in, engage through your abdominals, point through your right toes, and go ahead and hover that leg a little bit off the mat. Maybe reach your arms forward. You want to be able to still breathe in and out through your nose here. Rolling the head of the arm bones back. Squeezing through your muscles. Bring your right knee in, and this time lower head and shoulders. You can widen your knees towards shoulders and armpits, maybe staying here or taking your full happy baby in Ananda Balasana. Getting a nice thigh stretch as we push the tailbone down towards the mat. Head and shoulders are still reclined. We're not curling up here. Maybe sway a little side to side. I am passionate. I celebrate myself. I shine my light. Releasing this pose, we're going to come into our tabletop stance, so you can rock up and down, lifting up, crossing at the ankles. And we're going to come up onto like little tiger paws here. So instead of having your hands flat to the floor, you can come up onto your fingertips. Just cat and cow from here. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift the gaze, really open up through your heart space. Exhale, round and contract. So really working this from the core center. Inhale. And exhale. Take 3 more cycles. Last one here. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to neutral, plant your palms. We're going to find our first downward facing dog. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lifting your hips up and back, and move however you need to. Readjust so that you're comfortable in this pose. Don't worry about whether or not your heels are touching or if your legs are straight. It's our first downward dog, so we're really just feeling into ourselves here. And still imagine you have those tiger paws even in this downward dog. So kind of clawing into your finger pads, your fingertips. And we're going to reach our right leg up towards the sky. You can bend your right knee, open up your hip, just give yourself a nice thigh stretch. Go ahead and straighten your right leg, and we're going to bring our knee to nose, shift forward into your plank pose. Inhale, back to your 3-legged dog. Lift it up twice more like this. Exhale, squeeze and pull it in. Inhale, stretch it back. Last one, exhale, pull it in, look past your hands. and bring your foot to the outer edge of your right hand. So I'm wider than hip width distance apart here. And now we're gonna add lion's breath because of course this is a Leo pose. So as you inhale, you're going to straighten your right leg any amount, folding forward, and see how I'm lifting and curling my toes back here. So big breath in, and then lion's breath as we come back into our lunge. So lion's breath, I want you to stick out your tongue and really powerfully, so out the mouth. So inhale and exhale. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Inhale, straighten the legs, send your hips back. Lion's breath, lunge. 2 more. Last one. And go ahead and drop your left knee down to the mat. Let's add a twist here. Right arm can circle forward, up and back, maybe reaching, seeing if you can grab a hold of your back left foot as you pull it in towards your hip and in towards the glutes. So bigger thigh stretch here, but really focusing on our twist from this core center, this area of the solar plexus. This is your center of determination, of self-expression, of inner resiliency. And let's carefully release. Let's find a little flow so you can find plank pose before lowering down to your belly. Bhujangasana or your cobra or upward dog pose. And we all meet downward facing dog so that we can set ourselves up for the same thing on the second side. Go ahead and reach your left leg up, bend your left knee, open up your hip. And then go ahead and straighten that left leg, knee to nose 3 times. So as you exhale, come to plank, try to squeeze your thigh in close. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lift it up. Exhale, pull it in, shoulders over your hands. Inhale, up and back. Last one, squeeze it through. Place your foot to the outer edge of your left hand. So both palms are to the inside of my left leg here. And we're going to do that same thing of pyramid to lunge with our lion's breath. We're doing that 5 times. I like to come up onto my fingertips. As I inhale, I straighten my left leg, I flex my front foot, and I fold in. As I exhale, lion's breath. Letting it out, power of the lion. Let's go, 4 times. 2 more. Holding here, drop the right knee down to the floor. Let's add our quad stretch with a twist. So my left arm is going forward, up and back, maybe bending into my right knee. You don't have to add the quad stretch. You can simply stay in your twist if you prefer. Find a lift out of your lower back. Roll that left shoulder back. I am passionate. I celebrate myself. I shine my light. And let's carefully release. Take a little flow from here. So plank, chaturanga, cobra, or your upward facing dog. And we meet downward dog. Lifting your hips up and back, really stretch it out. Try to relax your neck, let your head be really heavy here. See if you can press your chest towards your thighs a little more. Pull that lower belly in. And let's bring our knees down to the mat. Bring your legs back out in front of you. We're going to come back to that Navasana boat pose. We did a modification of it in the beginning. So now we're coming into the full expression of that pose. So with your feet flat on the floor and your knees bent, you can start by holding on to the back of your thigh and maybe just rocking back onto your sit bones. I want you to focus on lifting your chest, pulling those shoulders back, and then maybe seeing if you can lift the legs off the ground. And staying here is awesome. You really don't need to be going any further. If you'd like to, you can release the legs and just work with your arms out. Shining from your power center, you can do this. Slow, steady breaths. And we'll come into our low boat. So you straighten the legs and lower down. Similar to what we did at the beginning. This time, both legs are straight. Toes are about at the same height as our head. Breathe in deep. We're not here forever. 3, 2, 1, and release. Stretch your arms up overhead. Stretch it out here. And let's pull the right knee in towards the belly, coming into a twist here. So you're going to cross your right thigh over towards the left, maybe with the help of your left hand to guide it down. Reach your right arm out to the side. Try to press your right shoulder blade into the floor. Slowing things down. So whether you do or don't have Leo in your chart, how can you better connect to this sign, to the energies, to the themes that it represents? How can you bring that energy back into balance so that it isn't underactive or overactive? The key is to celebrate ourselves without feeling the need to overshadow others. And coming back through to center, we'll switch sides. So straighten your right leg, pull your left knee in towards your chest, and you can cross it over. This time I'm reaching my left arm out, pushing my left shoulder down. And releasing back through to center, we'll take a short shavasana here. So just like a minute or two. If you'd like, you can place your hands up towards that solar plexus area, so over your abdomen, maybe visualizing this manipura chakra glowing bright yellow, like your own internal sun, this magnetic joy, this inner warmth, this power of determination and perseverance. And one last time, we'll repeat the affirmations to ourselves. I am passionate. I celebrate myself. I shine my light. 10 breaths here in silence. Take an even bigger inhale and exhale, waking yourself up with some movement. Stretching it all out so we can turn over to one side. Coming up into a comfortable seated position, similar to how you were in the beginning of class. Sitting up tall, hands can come together at the front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. What do you want to take with you from the wisdom of Leo? And let's close by chanting Om together. Inhale to chant. Breathe in. Thank you so very much, everyone, for doing this Leo-inspired yoga flow with me. I would love to know what you thought of this one, how it went for you. And of course, if you have Leo in your chart, maybe it's your sun, moon, or rising sign, or something else from your chart, let me know how you connect to the themes associated with this zodiac sign. I have other zodiac flows here, and I'm going to be working myself through all 12, so definitely stay tuned for that. Please subscribe if you don't already. Thank you for practicing with me, and hopefully we will practice again together very soon.